our car got flooded, 4.5 to 5 feet of water. My son was with us. I had to go to the emergency room because I had a major anxiety attack, and I found out that I had a blockage in my heart. It's not fair, but with all the other sicknesses that I have, got to look up. God has a plan for us, and got to go just let it be in His hands. I'm very thankful for these people to come out to help us. It's a blessing. It's wonderful.
You know, the most delightful moment for me was coming in on that Sunday where we all came in our boots and our Levi's and our yellow shirts and seeing a bishop up conducting sacrament meeting with a white shirt and tie and his Levi's and his boots and his gloves in his back pocket ready to go to work.
The other thing that was really gratifying was to watch the desire of the members that was expressed in their willingness to give of themselves, their time and their efforts to go and help people, members of the church or not.
We saw people that had nothing more to give, and that just literally sat down and cried as we worked on their properties.
I've not met a person yet since we've been down here that has not thanked God and been grateful for what they have, and they're very upbeat, and it helps me to know that my life, as long as I have Christ in it, it's going to be okay, even going through something like this.
Working at the call center has been great too, because we've had the opportunity to speak to people who talk in Spanish, who are calling to help and wanting to donate, and it's been great to see the response that the Hispanic community has had in regards to this natural disaster.
Working here at the American Red Cross as a volunteer, I've had to have a little bit more experience here with the sisters that have helped in our call center efforts here, helping in the disaster relief, and they have been absolutely phenomenal. You know, the work that they have done, they are always willing to help anything that we have to do, in addition to answering the phone calls, talking to victims. They are just absolutely wonderful.
This is what the Savior would be doing if He were here. He lived His life serving other people, and I think by what I'm doing and what everyone else out here is doing and the people that have helped in the past few weeks is definitely symbolic to the Savior's teachings.
And I really appreciate the leadership and the direction that they gave, and I really appreciate the time that the members of my ward and across the state gave. It was very meaningful to everyone that went out. There wasn't any time wasted. And when people went home, it was funny because we all went home tired, but we went home grateful, and because we were all better off for being able to help.
Just associating with the neighbors, they were kind of leery. They didn't know much about who the Mormons, and once they got started, it was kind of an enlightening experience. They enjoyed having people come and not expect anything, and coming to total strangers. It was just a matter of making it known that we're all neighbors. We all look after each other. And that's, it wasn't anything to do with religion. It was just knowing that we cared for each other and that we enjoyed helping.
And I got letters, I got phone calls from people just saying, thank you very much. And I want to, I guess, share that and relay that back to you, that you did have an impact on people's lives, and they did feel that.
We had every aspect of our church in action in the most incredible way. And I thought about Elder Ballard's talk in conference of October last year, when he talked about the beehive, and he talked about how a single bee produces 1/12 of 1 teaspoon of honey in its entire lifetime, and yet all of the bees working together have such a powerful impact in creating pints, quarts, gallons, and huge volumes of sweetness in their honey.
We are the Bishop Storehouse. The Bishop Storehouse is not a building down there on Meridian somewhere. The Bishop Storehouse is the members of the church and all the resources that they possess that they can take and give to the bishop as an offering. Not a fast offering, not tithing, but as an offering of themselves and of their time and of their talents and of their energy.
And I thought, what a great analogy it is for all of our saints who have come together, wearing our yellow shirts, looking like a group of bees out busily about it, participating, as Elder Ballard so appropriately put it, working together to bring sweetness to the hive, to the world.
Brothers and sisters, let me introduce Piper to you. This is a 4-year-old young girl that I've just made friends with. Her dad's running the camera that's shooting me. And I look at Piper and I consider those young children that were lost in the tornado and in the floods, and it breaks my heart. Look how pretty she is, and I've got granddaughters that are just as pretty as she is too. Thank heaven she wasn't lost and that she's still here with us.
My daughter was in Plaza Towers, and it took me from my work maybe 2.5 hours just to get to her. And she was lost, and we had nobody to get a hold of her or anything. You know, we had to go to there and go pick her up and stuff. They said they pulled her out real quick. They did. They didn't have to dig too much to her, because thank God for the teachers and stuff that covered her up.
We have seen people leave their families on Saturdays and other days of the week when they've got work to do at their own homes and go out and help their fellow man.
To be honest with you, it warms my heart to see members of the church show up and willingly go and donate service that's needed.
I work with some of the greatest leaders in the church right here in Oklahoma. Some of the greatest people in the world are right here in Oklahoma.
They have strong testimonies, and those testimonies are testimonies of action. They're testimonies that drive them to do something. And we are grateful beyond belief for the time and effort that members of the stake have put in wherever they serve, whether it's with the tornado, whether it's running babysitting here at the stake center so that others can go and do tornado cleanup. We're just grateful for beyond belief for that time and effort that's put forth and the sacrifice that's made.
We're truly living what Christ teaches us in the scriptures when he says we follow him.
Thank you, and God bless.